Yo, what's going on, guys? Just Live Sports. I'm your host, Ted. This episode 17, and we back in the building on YouTube. To the left of me, I got my man, Bird. What's going on, baby?
Yo, it's great to be back. Great to be back.
How you feeling?
I feel great, great day out.
Been a little minute since you've been on. Been a little minute.
It's been like a few months, yeah. I'm great to be back.
Yes. I mean, you missed a lot. Obviously, a lot has
Oh
gone
yeah,
on.
a lot.
But we last time we did this was probably like 3-4 weeks ago. We have not caught up because there has not really been much going on. To be
No.
honest, really just basketball.
Yeah.
And I'm a football head. I'm a
Yeah,
big
you love
football
football,
guy.
yeah.
But the basketball, obviously, we're gonna hop into it today. Got to recap on some couple things. Thunder win the finals, obviously. How'd you feel about that game? Game 7. That was a really good series.
Shout out my boy TJ McConnell, as
Yo,
always.
no
He's a
cap.
dog. I have nothing else to say, dude. He's amazing, dude.
Yeah, he is
Third
pretty
quarter
good.
menace.
When
Third quarter.
When they need him to show up, like he definitely shows up. He's a really good bench player, but TJ's always been like that.
No, he's always been like
Loved
that.
him on the Sixers.
Glad to see him in the spotlight.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
didn't see him miss a shot. Like he just needs to shoot more.
He's just a bucket.
Yeah, he's a starter on any other team, but no, they're definitely keeping him. No, yeah.
He's a really good role player.
Mhm.
I mean, Halliburton obviously getting hurt for them.
I
Just
know.
put a
Destroyed Game 7. It wasn't even fun to watch
it
after
put a
that.
knife. It put a knife in the coffin or a nail in the coffin. Whatever.
Yeah, but shout out Shea, shout out Jalen.
Yeah, they were cooking. The youngest NBA team to ever win a championship.
Yeah, no,
That's pretty crazy.
they were so stacked too with those young players. Like Shet, he's kind of corny, but he's good, man. Isaiah, nah, they deserved it. They were the best team this year, so
Yeah, for sure. And it's kind of crazy to think about. They got even more draft capital.
Oh yeah,
They got so much. They got so
they
much.
got 5
stuff.
more years left of like all their draft picks.
All their draft picks, man. They have so many draft picks. It's not even funny.
They're just gonna get better.
And it's not even like you really have to draft players. It's you can move up in the draft.
You could trade for players.
For a superstar. I mean, we've already seen obviously some superstars on the move this offseason.
Yeah.
So that's
No, it's been a great free agency. And
Yeah,
I've
it
liked how
has. It has been a really good free agency. But
every team but the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah,
to be
for sure.
fair, yeah.
So, little recap on NFL before we totally hop straight into NBA. Not really much, but a couple things to touch on. Obviously, we didn't talk about Aaron Rodgers going to the Steelers.
Yeah.
Kind of a meme. Guy's been waiting for like 4 months to make his decision. But I think that's really why the Steelers didn't draft a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
They drafted Will Howard, yeah, sure. And I think Will Howard's gonna actually, be pretty well
Someday, yeah.
and learn under the wing of Aaron Rodgers, which Jordan Love did. He's pretty great now. And no matter how you really look at Aaron Rodgers, he's been a pretty good mentor to QBs in his career.
Oh no
So-
doubt, yeah.
So it's all right. I don't think it was a terrible move. I think obviously that's why they didn't draft a quarterback. They were just waiting on his, to go. But
Yeah, this was planned definitely.
they've again the Steelers have been making other splashes besides quarterback and just reshaping the entire roster.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Reshaping the entire roster. And Mike Tomlin, I mean, we don't really see this too much out of Mike Tomlin. Like, we don't really see the Steelers make too much trades. We don't really see him move up in the draft.
Yeah, they're always just kind of quiet, Mike
Yeah, they
Tomlin's always
are.
been like that.
And they're always just like that 500 team. Like,
Mhm.
8-8.
Like build your players up until they're good. But now they're kind of like pushing for superstars, which they fleeced the Dolphins. I'll tell you that.
I mean, they fleeced the.
I think because of Jonnu Smith.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't really know. Like, they swapped late round picks, sure. But then, why are you trading? Okay, Jonnu Smith, I get that. That's cool. But then the Dolphins traded to get Darren Waller from the Giants, who's retired and a
Yeah.
rapper.
Yeah.
He's a rapper and retired.
He hasn't had a good
mind
year
you.
since the Raiders.
Yeah, since the Raiders. But what's it called? The offensive coordinator coach, who is now with the Dolphins, was his tight ends coach at the Raiders. So definitely could see something there. I mean, those were his best years, obviously, in his career.
Yeah. And he's young. He's like, what, 31, 32? I mean,
Waller?
Yeah, Waller.
I don't even know how old Darren Waller is. He might be like 29.
Really? Actually, yeah. No, you're right.
Darren Waller age. I have no clue. Better find out right now. Come on, Siri. Oh, Siri's not working. Siri doesn't want to work for us today. All right, forget it. He's probably like 28 or 29.
Yeah,
I
but
have
what
no
do
clue.
you think about like Minka and
Yeah, so like Minka getting traded for Jalen Ramsey,
Yeah.
like the swap, but then adding John Smith in and then like just swapping some late round picks. Again, I don't understand. I don't get it. You traded George Pickens to the Cowboys. You traded for DK Metcalf and then gave him a 5-year deal, which I didn't think he was worth to begin with.
No, I don't think. I think he
I
will
think
go off.
I think we talked about this.
He will
yeah.
have a year with Pittsburgh, especially with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
But like I just don't find DK Metcalf that number one option where you give
I don't
him
think
that
he's
much
better
amount of
than
money.
Pickens either.
Nah, I really don't think so, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean Pickens is younger. DK probably has a good solid 2-3 years left of like.
Some people might find that crazy, but
No, I mean I think I think like if you're looking at it like stat wise, like Pickens has a good QB, like he will be better than DK. But I mean I guess we'll see with Dallas this year. But Dak Prescott's not like he's kind of you never know.
I
with
mean,
that.
their offense is definitely gonna. It'll take a big load off of CD though.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
It'll open up the field way more.
And he's probably going to be one of the best, number 2 receivers.
And again, their running back, their running game was not great last year. So that was really a big part to their game too, because obviously the run opens up the pass.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see. But yeah, Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith obviously going to the Dolphins. Darren Waller going to the Dolphins. Dolphins are looking a little weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Like you picked up. I mean, Minka's better than Ramsey, like right now, because Ramsey's older.
Yeah,
I think, yeah. But
They're playing two different positions though.
mm,
Like
yeah,
I still do
you're
think
right.
that probably I would rather have Minka right now than Jalen Ramsey, but I still like Jalen Ramsey to me is still a top 10 to 12 cornerback in the league. Maybe
Yeah.
10 to 15.
And then they got Slay too. Those are 2 good corners.
Yeah, it's not
like
it's
that is.
real- and Joey Porter.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
their secondary is pretty nice
Mm-hmm.
for the Steelers. It's not bad at all. But again, like Mike Tomlin is so focused on the defense, the offense is really what worries me.
Yeah, but aren't their O line like they're ranked like number 1 apparently what I
No.
saw.
Their O line is definitely not ranked.
They were projected number 1 and then
Yeah.
the Eagles.
There ain't no way in hell.
Dude, I saw that.
There ain't
but
no way in hell their offense is
offensive line.
Yeah, no.
No.
There's
I
no
guess
way
we'll
in
see,
hell.
yeah. No, but Jonnu, he was productive in my fantasy like the last few weeks. I had him starting and dude, he was like
Yeah, he was
so
snapping.
good.
He was snapping.
So if he keeps that up, I mean, they got DK and him, and then who else do they even have? Receiving
they
wise.
they drafted Keyshawn Johnson from Iowa at running back. He's pretty good. I think he'll be really good for the Steelers.
Yeah.
You still got Pat Muth. Pat
yeah.
Freiermuth.
He's not that good.
You got like
anymore.
you got Calvin Austin, and then still waiting on like Roman Wilson to like make his show appearance. He got drafted, like what 2023. He still hasn't played. I don't think.
Yeah, now
Or-
Warren's gonna be
I
their
don't
number
know.
1 running back. They actually look pretty good as long as Aaron Rod. What do you think Aaron Rodgers is gonna do this year?
Nothing.
Nothing. Zip.
Nothing.
He's like 39.
He's probably gonna get sacked so much.
yeah.
I'm telling you, the offensive line is not good.
No.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's kind of really it for NFL.
So who do you think won? Who do you think, Dolphins or Steelers?
I don't even know.
I think it's kind of mixed. Well, I guess we'll see.
I don't think either. I don't understand either one. But I mean, I guess if I had to choose, I would go the Steelers.
Yeah.
I guess
No, you're right. Yeah.
because they're getting 2 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, hey, whatever. But it's gonna be fun to see Jalen Ramsey and DK Metcalf go head to head.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
They're gonna be hot heads, dude. They hate each other.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they got beef. They
Oh,
always
jeez.
fight each other when they play.
No, you're right. Yeah, I've seen that
Yeah.
when he was on the Rams.
So for NBA though, talk a little bit about the Sixers because we haven't talked about the Sixers
Yeah.
in a while. For good reason though, for good measure, because that team we don't really want to talk about the Sixers. But now maybe we want to talk about the Sixers a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a little exciting. We get back into the off season, we get all juiced up, and then we get to the regular season, then we're like, oh damn, we're poop again.
Yeah.
So, anyways, it's just a recycle of pain. But we did draft VJ Edcombe at 3, which I thought we were gonna do. Baylor, obviously, the dude is a freak athlete. If you don't know by now, but yeah, I'm really
He's an
excited about
absolute
this
beast.
pick.
I'm so happy we got him, actually, other than Ace Bailey.
Oh, and Ace Bailey.
boom, thumbs down. That
Yeah.
guy's a bum.
No, he really.
Yeah.
Like, the problem I have with him is that, like, why would you decline to meet with certain teams, and then
He's not even showing up in Utah
exactly,
right now.
but the one team that did pick you that you didn't decline a workout to, although he didn't work out with a lot of teams, he
No.
didn't work out with any in general, but again, like, you get drafted, you're like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't get drafted by the Sixers and whoever else team he didn't want to get drafted by, and he's like, I'm still not showing up though.
Too much of a head, you know.
Too much entitlement.
Yeah. I think it's all the NIL deals, definitely, and I think that's going to ruin, draft picks for the future. And I think, Edgecombe, I think he was super, grateful. You saw him crying about his mom.
I lived off for 7 years off a generator.
Yeah. Off that radiator.
Off that radiator.
Yeah,
His,
but
his nickname is the generator.
really, actually?
No.
Well, now it is.
Now it is.
Yeah.
New
No,
nickname.
I'm excited we got somebody who's humble, and I didn't want Bailey. I mean Bailey's better, but
Yeah, I think Bailey will still pan out to be a good player, like himself. But I think he really didn't want to go to the Sixers, and he wanted to go to, like, somewhere where he can shoot the ball 25 times a night.
yeah,
He doesn't have to, play team basketball. He could just shoot and just be himself,
yeah,
which is cool.
and
He's
that's
young.
the place to go, Utah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, he's young. He could, stretch the floor. Like, I think Ace Bailey's really good, but again, when it came down to, like, he didn't want to do any workouts. His mentality seems really poop.
Yeah.
So why would I want to take this guy who's not going to play for me?
No, I don't like him at
So it's
all,
just-
and I'm
yeah,
gonna
forget it.
continue not liking him till
I
to
just
the
think
end of his career.
I think he's really just setting a bad example for
All the young guys.
the young guys, and he's just making himself look like a terrible character. He's making himself just look really, really bad right now.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So I'm happy about getting VJ Edgecombe at 3, though. Dude is gonna be an absolute freak.
Yeah,
He's
I
wearing
can't.
number 77, which is a little odd, but
Yeah, I think Kyle Lowry still has 7.
Yeah,
that's
7.
why. But I
That-
think
he
he's gonna
needs to retire.
Yeah,
He
I
deadass
heard he
needs
was
to
gonna
retire.
retire, but it was fake news.
yeah.
but-
Well, apparently we're bringing back Eric Gordon. Who knows why? The guy's 40.
Yeah, he is.
Literally, he's 40.
Yeah.
Like, holy sh. Anyways, we
He'll
also
give you a productive 5 points a game.
yeah, right, exactly. I hope he doesn't even play. And then
He's
we
not,
also
yeah.
lose Gershon,
Yeah, Yabusele.
which is ridiculous because Josh Harris is so cheap that you didn't want to give this man $6 million. Like this,
And
dude,
he played productive. Dude, I think he averaged like 23 minutes.
he's a good
game.
player when he
Like,
doesn't have to play 25 minutes a night,
Yes,
30 minutes a night.
He's a big fellow. He's slow, but he's productive.
He was pretty good for us. Like,
Mhm.
I liked him. I genuinely did.
I think he averaged 9-10 points a game, which is
So
what we needed.
We lose
so.
him, which I think is really terrible. Like, you got to retain him, and especially losing him to somebody who's our rival.
Mhm.
And in
That
and
just doesn't even need him either.
no, like in a conference where, like, we need to compete against this team, like, we need to win, or we're never gonna win against the Knicks or the
No.
Celtics.
I bet you he's not gonna play as much.
The
Not even
Celtics
as
are-
close as much as he did on the Sixers. He's gonna he's gonna have like 15 minutes a game.
Like, obviously they lose their head coach Thibodeau, but then also obviously, like, the Celtics are stripping down their players a little bit.
Yeah, for salary wise.
Yeah, salary wise, of course, but, like, I don't know. Maybe you could see, like, Jaylen Brown on the move in, like, 2 years or something. That would be pretty crazy.
I thought he was gonna leave this year. I kept hearing about it, but no,
Yeah,
I'm
so
glad they
did I.
kept him because I mean they don't have Tatum for like till
Middle
like
of the season,
middle
probably.
of the season, probably
Yeah.
even later than that.
Mm-hmm. So, something to look out for. Getting back on Sixers, though, you got Kelly Oubre, who opted into, his 1-year deal. That's cool. I like to bring Kelly back, at least for
Yeah.
one more year, just to see how he plays. Like, he's been good the last 2 to 3 years. So,
I just
And-
don't want to see him become like the next Tobias Harris, where he's just like he's
Nah.
good, but he's not great.
nah, I think he's way better than Tobias Harris.
Oh,
But
yeah.
shit, after seeing PG, I would have had Tobias Harris over PG this year, to be honest.
Oh my God, yeah.
He was god
He
awful.
didn't even play. He
Podcast P, my boy.
averaged more podcasts than games.
And then you still got, like, Quentin Grimes, who's a question mark.
Dude,
A restricted free agent, so you can match his salary anywhere he goes. But just pay the guy. Just pay the man.
guy was literally a superstar.
He was a yuck it.
Yo, he 24 games, averaged 24
Like
points.
you need him. You need that guy because it's
He
like, look at it like this: your starting lineup is gonna be, you're not your
Maxi,
Maxi.
Oubre.
Mm,
Oubre probably at the small
I don't
forward.
even know if Ubre's gonna play the three.
Really? No.
I mean, I don't think. I think you're probably gonna start VJ. Actually, you're gonna start VJ at the two at shooting guard, and have PG either at the three. I don't know. I think
I think
you
I was,
can't put him at the four.
yeah,
Can't put him at the four. I don't know if Andre Drummond's coming back. You
he
don't
is.
know.
He
You don't know
signed.
if. Oh, he did.
Yeah.
You don't know if Joel Embiid's gonna be healthy. For God's sakes, with his ninth knee repair.
Yeah, no, we need Grimes. Definitely. I think
So-
I think Grimes is a starter too, so
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't thinking. So yeah, if you put Grimes at small forward, like I wouldn't even mind
6'5".
It-
He's a good defender, so it doesn't really matter.
your starting lineup would probably be pretty small with only having a beat out there and having PG at your like four spot.
Hmm.
Like it would be really like a tough defensive matchup.
That's why we needed Yabusele.
But yeah, again, like I think we're gonna go after like another like stretch four.
I heard
though.
Boucher. Chris
yeah,
Boucher.
Yeah,
I hope we get him because he's always solid.
yeah, he's pretty solid.
Yeah, he's
I
a good-
like him.
Very very
He's a good
solid.
cat.
Hmm.
So something to
Yeah.
look out for. Kind of like the draft a little bit. I didn't write down like obviously like who went in whose spots. I'm not like a huge NBA draft guy. I don't really watch a ton of college basketball. I watch a little bit.
Yeah.
I definitely watched Cooper Flag,
Yeah.
Demon.
Demon.
Demon. So yeah, we seen him obviously go to the Mavericks, and had like the Mavericks getting the number one pick
Yeah.
after trading away Luca is just
Come
blasphemy.
on now. Come on NBA.
Dude, and
what,
like
you know
they
what you're
have-
doing.
It's just crazy because
They
you
think
have,
we're stupid, you know?
you have Derek Lively, you got AD,
You got
who's the-
D'Lo now.
you got D'Lo too, you got Kyrie, and then you also have what's it called? Who's the other center? on that
Oh,
team?
Gafford.
Yeah, Gafford. You also have Daniel Gafford, who's just signed an extension. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did.
So you got three pretty great big men right there, and then you got Kyrie, who's damn near
Kyrie
the
and
most skilled
D'Lo.
point guard
So
of all
who's-
time.
I mean, who's gonna guard the point guard on the opposing team? They got D'Lo and Kyrie. I mean, I guess you can move Flag there. You can move Clay there. Clay
Dude,
still.
Flag can play at any spot though. That's the thing.
Yeah, no,
Like-
definitely.
He's a tough defensive matchup for power forwards because he's 6'10".
Even centers sometimes.
Yeah, like the dude's moving at a point guard speed with the ball handles of Kyrie.
Yeah.
Like it's
There-
ridiculous.
I
And he
keep
can
seeing
shoot.
He's gonna play small forward, but he's a power forward at heart.
Yeah, he definitely
So
is.
they're definitely. I think they're gonna be really
He'll
good.
probably play small forward just because of the matchups.
Because he's gonna start, no doubt.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. But that team honestly can be really, really scary in like the next year or two. Like I think not his rookie year, but Coop's sophomore year, they can make a really, really deep run at
Yeah.
the championship.
No, definitely. And I think it turned out really good for Dallas. For some reason, after trading Luca, a little skeptical, little conspiracy theorist, but
Little
like
conspiracy
something
theories,
happened. Something happened.
Yeah. Something weird happened. Dylan Harper went number 2 to
San Antonio.
to
Yeah.
the Spurs. Pretty cool pick. Another one gets the pairs up with Steven Castle. Like that's a really
Yeah.
good backcourt.
Great backcourt, dude.
That's a
They're
really,
super
that's a
young
really
too.
great
San
backcourt.
Antonio.
Yeah, dude, you got Wemby. You still got D Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Like De'Aaron Fox will probably start over Castle or Harper, so it'll look a little different. But when they're two on the floor together, like they're gonna be a really good defensive unit.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Really, really good
Mhm.
defensive unit. As you already have Wemby, obviously, he's freaking 7'10". He's an alien.
Yeah, and then their oldest guy is like Harrison Barnes. Like
Yeah,
they're like a super young
Harrison
team.
Barnes is pretty decent.
Yeah, he was decent last
like- I
year. They
like
still
Harrison.
got CP3 too.
Yeah.
He's gonna get traded, I think, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm still like waiting on like his retirement.
yeah.
I don't think he's gonna win a ring.
What I heard is that he wants to go back to Los Angeles, either Clippers or Lakers,
then
because
retire.
of his kids. He hasn't seen his kids or
He hasn't seen
anything.
his kids.
Well, like like he wants to move back to
Oh.
California, like that
Oh.
type of thing. He doesn't see him as much.
Oh, I see.
I could see him play another year in San Antonio though. I know the Mavericks were looking at him, but then they got D'Lo, so
Yeah. So, I guess we'll just see what happens. Talking about your Milwaukee Bucks.
Milwaukee.
So
yeah.
so Dame got
Giannis
released the
is
other day.
He is
Giannis is
in,
pissed.
He is he's in shambles right now. You
Giannis might request a trade.
Yeah, dude. You lose Brooke Lopez,
Now-
and then you replace him with Miles
I
Turner.
forgot.
And Miles
Hey.
Turner, he's a great
Hey,
player.
you re-signed Bobby Portis though.
Thank
you
God.
re-signed Bobby Portis. Thank God.
That would have been the turning point.
Yeah, that would have been
Giannis
the real
would've left.
turning point where Giannis would have been like, "All right, dude, like you guys can't be doing this to me."
Yeah, no, they need to get rid of Kuzma.
Dude, I forgot he was on the
I know.
Bucks. Oh my God.
But he's probably gonna stay because they need him.
Yeah, he's probably still in that like decent sized
Mhm.
contract, I think.
They signed Gary Trent. I know
Yeah.
that. So like,
Nah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was really good.
Yeah, he was pretty decent when he played for Canada.
Yeah,
Canada.
Trailblazers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but what do you think about Dame? Like, where do you think he's gonna go? Dame apparently he found out the way we found out, so they
Yeah.
didn't talk to him.
Yeah, they just told him, they were just like, yeah, bro, you're out of here.
Yeah.
And he was just like, dude, they have to pay him $22 million for
Yeah,
the
they're
next like,
paying
5 years.
They're paying Turner like 22 million, and they're paying
Yeah.
Dame 23.
Yeah,
It's like,
for-
what's the point? Why don't you
yes.
just keep him at that point?
Yeah, so they take from the Pacers, obviously, and I think Miles Turner is really good big. I love Miles Turner.
Oh yeah,
big.
great big. He can
He's-
pop the three,
You can pop the three, I'm telling you. He can shoot that thing.
and he can block.
Yup.
Good defender.
So he goes to Milwaukee on a 4-year, $107 million deal. That's cool, but is that enough to make Giannis stay after you release Dame?
No.
After you release Dame Lillard?
Yeah, he's been sending mixed signals online, Giannis, and I think he's gonna stay. Obviously, he said he wants to stay, but they're not making it easy for him. Definitely not.
No, not at all, dude. They got to make some moves. But I don't even know what moves they can do to get another player like Dame.
Nah,
like,
dude.
obviously, Dame's really old, but he's still a really good player.
Yeah, no, they just didn't give him time because you
No,
know.
he complements Giannis so well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's the thing. He complements him so well. So it's like, man, what the hell?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
What the hell?
Giannis to the Spurs. That would be insane.
Come on now.
That would be insane.
I heard that too. I heard Knicks. I'm like, come on.
No. If he goes to the Knicks, I'm just not. I'm just
I heard Golden
quitting-
State too.
I'm quitting watching basketball if he goes to the Knicks.
I'm close to, dude. Honestly, like all these super teams. But I was happy to see that the championship for the finals that they. I mean, I don't think I won't consider OKC a super team because they worked at it. They're just all just solid players
Yeah.
that match together. Same with the Pacers. They're just solid players that it's real basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
It was basketball 20 years ago, and
Mhm.
I really like seeing that. I was a big Pacers fan when they were in there. Yeah, but Dame, I texted you this 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Wizards need a front man. Just saying.
CJ McCollum's there.
Get him with CJ again. They got Chris Middleton. Dude, imagine that. Imagine if the Bucks versus them in the playoffs.
It's
got
such
Chris
a, it'd be
Middleton.
such a weird looking team.
Marcus Smart. I mean, they're in shambles right now, the Wizards, but like, come on, dude. That's a great place to end up at. I know Dame doesn't want to go there, but
Hell no.
No.
I don't want to go there.
he'd be the front man. They'd have a good starting three, like small forward, like Chris Middleton, CJ, Dame. Then
Yeah.
they got Sar.
Yeah, for sure.
No, that'd be cool.
Be alright.
That was just like a stupid, I was just,
Hey, yeah. Never know.
I was
you never
thinking
know.
a little
You
bit.
never know. You never know.
But no, his obvious place to go is the Warriors that I keep hearing teaming up with
Warriors?
Steph.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, have you seen that?
No, I have not.
Yeah, they were saying that's like the ideal place for him to go.
That's wild.
Yeah, the two best
The hell?
logo shooters together. You know, that'd be.
Yeah, that'd be pretty. That'd be pretty
I
crazy.
would
Yeah.
love to see that. Him and Whit Butler, dude. Come on. That's a
Yeah,
championship.
but yeah, that would be pretty fire.
Mhm.
They don't really got a big man though.
Yeah, dude. No more Looney. Looney's into the Pelicans.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it. I'm a big Looney fan. I am. I swear to God, I am.
I know.
I might get his
I don't know
Pelicans
why.
jersey.
I don't know why, but
Dude, he's the most
they're
solid.
not even selling his Pelicans jersey.
Yeah, no, probably not.
No, there's no way.
We're gonna have to make it on the NBA store.
No.
No, yeah.
Naz Reid re-signs with the Wolves.
Nas Reed.
Nazi. 5-year, 127 mil, 125 mil. Sorry, still a really big contract.
Earned it? Earned it or
Eh,
no? It's a big contract, but I mean, I'd keep him. I'd get rid of Gobert as soon as you can, so you can start.
I really like Nasri for the simple fact that his three ball is like just it's quick.
Solid defense. He's a
It's
tiny.
quick.
He's a little center, and he reminds me of
But the thing is, with every year he gets better and better.
yeah, no, exactly. If you look at the stats, I mean,
Yeah.
he averaged like 14 last year, but you know that's him as a bench player. You know,
Exactly. That's what I mean.
I
Like,
think he'd average a solid 20 if he was starting.
yeah, and it's just they have a decent amount of bigs. Obviously, you already have Gobert. You re-signed Julius Randle on a 3-year, $100 million deal.
That's just ridiculous. Come on now.
Listen, that's what they did, dude.
He actually no. To be fair, he played great in the playoffs.
He really did.
Yeah.
He was nice in the playoffs.
Mhm.
And I don't think Julius Randle is that great of a player. Like I think we talked about it beforehand in the offseason. Last.
Yeah, I think he gets too much hate for how he plays,
He definitely does. I give him a lot of hate for how he
Mhm.
plays.
especially towards the Knicks. You know, because he was just like a ball hog.
He's just I don't know how to describe his game. It's just weird.
It's like he's trying to be LeBron.
Bro, like I don't even know. Like it just
He's like LeBron without passing or the skills
yeah.
to score.
Yeah. Yeah, he's up
But
there.
he could shoot that thing, dude.
No, he can shoot. And every now and then like he gets to the rack, but that's what I mean. Like he finishes so weird.
Yeah.
And he's just like I don't know, like he's always like a guy who like gets in the post and does like a fade or something.
Mhm.
And he just totally throws me off cuz he's left-handed. But
Yeah.
hey, the Wolves locking in their big man for the next few years. Obviously, Rudy Gobert. The future is
Skeptical
skeptical with him.
at most. Yeah.
But obviously, they just made a huge playoff run. Anthony Edwards,
Yeah.
not Anthony Davis. Anthony Edwards pissed. But my man was snapping into playoffs.
Oh yeah.
He's a demon.
Mhm.
Like he's coming back for his revenge. He's gonna have a better team. But I just really like the Wolves.
Yeah. It kind of sucks that they got rid of Nikhil Alexander-Walker. He's in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, and he just re-signed with Atlanta too.
Yeah, but that's a good move for Atlanta. I actually really like what Atlanta's doing
Yeah, I like what Atlanta's doing
with
too.
Kristaps. I think they're gonna look, they're gonna look better than they did for the past few years.
Yeah, for sure. They finally gave Trey some help.
Yeah,
It's kind of crazy because Trey Young, like you don't really hear about him that much, but he's been carrying the Hawks for the last.
Yeah, no,
4 or
he's off
5
the
years.
radar. We don't hear about him because they don't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But he literally carries them to
Mhm.
every win almost.
I like Jalen Johnson. I like the new guy.
I do like Jalen.
Who's the new guy that got all the steals and stuff? I forget his name. We'll get back to that, but
I don't know.
he's really good though.
And I know who did Cam Johnson get traded to?
Oh, the Nuggets
The Nuggets
for MPJ.
For MPJ.
Yeah, MPJ's gonna. I personally think like
It's
this is crazy,
weird.
but I think MPJ's gonna have a amazing season. I think he's gonna average 25 or more. I mean,
You think?
yeah. I mean, who else is gonna pass? It's him and Cam. It's the two biggest ISO players. Well, not biggest ISO players, but like the ISO players.
Yeah.
They're just gonna play ISO ball the whole game.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Cam Johnson's gonna be really good on the Nuggets too.
Yeah, no,
And
he
he's
is.
just gonna be just a great spot up shooter everywhere, like Jokic goes. He's
Yeah.
gonna always be sitting in that freaking corner, just bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, no, he's great. I think that's an even trade. I
actually like that trade.
don't think there's any fleecing going on there.
No,
Like, that was
I
just-
actually I like that trade. And I
Yeah.
think they traded MPJ too because it's like, dude, like you're on such a massive contract and you literally do not pass the ball.
No, I think Aaron Gordon outplayed him by so much.
He does.
He
Aaron
does.
Gordon always outplays him.
I
He's a
know.
hustle man.
Aaron Gordon, dude, I think he was great this playoff.
He
Dude,
could
the
shoot,
two
too.
game winners, the 2 game winners.
He was shooting too.
Yeah, did you see that dunk?
Yeah.
Remember that? That was, and then that 3.
He's a
Oh
demon.
my god, yeah.
I wish he would go back and try and win the dunk contest, but
Nah, he's too old, but he could still dunk. Yeah, but no. What do you think about Pelicans Washington? What do you think about that?
Pelicans Washington?
Yeah,
Like, what do you mean?
like the trade with CJ for Poole.
Oh, weird. Very,
Yeah.
very, very weird.
I did not expect that.
I didn't expect that either. I mean, I guess it makes more sense on the Pelican side, obviously.
Yeah, you want Poole. You know, he's solid. He's probably gonna play shooting guard.
Yeah,
or point
probably.
guard, you know.
But I mean, I just don't know. Like, I didn't. Jordan Poole was not good for the Wizards last year.
No.
Obviously, they didn't have a good team, but
Mhm.
he just
they
was
actually
not.
benched him.
Yeah, he just was not good. He wasn't efficient. He shot way too much.
Yeah.
So, it's something to keep an eye on. But obviously, we've always been fans of CJ McCollum.
Yeah, it's my favorite player.
Yeah, I love
You
CJ
know,
McCollum.
he always has a consistent. He's the only player with consecutive like 20-point seasons, like
Yeah.
5, 6, and he's never been an all-star. Come on,
No,
what are we
dude,
doing,
never.
NBA? Come on,
Never. It's crazy.
always been consistent.
Crazy work.
I know. It just shows, man.
Yep,
That's
definitely.
awful.
James Harden resigns with the Clippers. 2-year, $81 million.
Why?
Like,
you could have gave him $40 million.
so much money.
For what?
So much money. It's
be
it's
fair, he-
ridiculous.
he-
NBA money's
I
stupid.
know.
NBA money is stupid. It's ridiculous.
Not to get off track, but we don't have to talk about this, but
No.
Ronaldo signed 2 years and what, $285 million? 2 years with incentives
God.
up to half a
Holy
billion dollars.
shit.
We don't have to get in that. I don't really know that much, but
Oh
soccer
my
money's
God. No, I know
ridiculous.
soccer. I know soccer money's ridiculous.
2
too.
years.
So is
this
it.
happened a few days
So
ago.
is MLB though.
Yeah, no.
Like
that-
Juan Soto getting almost damn near $800 million. Now, like, baseball, though, is like 15-year contracts, though.
yeah.
Like, you can't give that out for
Mhm.
other sports.
They're paying
I guess you
Saudi
can for
Arabia is
soccer.
paying Ronaldo $285 million for 2 years
That's
at 40 years
insane.
old.
That's insane.
It's crazy.
But it's, like, not even for, like, the player itself. It's for, like, just the name. Like,
Mhm.
his
Oh,
name.
yeah, no
Like,
doubt.
it's just the brand.
Like he's still good.
it's
but,
just bringing people to the stadium.
Mhm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It's not even like, oh, like, we're not signing you at 40 years old to win a chip.
No.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Duh. But I wouldn't even sign you at 40 for $285 million.
No, dude. I don't know why. I mean, I get it. I don't really know what's going on. I don't
know
watch
what's
it.
going on. I don't watch soccer.
But no, I just thought that was ridiculous for throwing up that with the money.
Yeah, it's
$81 million for James Harden is you just got fleeced, Clippers. I'm sorry.
Here's another weird contract too. You might think this is insane. Jabari Smith getting 5 years, 122 mil.
That was ridiculous.
Like, what has Jabari Smith done?
Nothing.
What has Jabari Smith done?
I'm pretty sure the guy averages 12 points, and you could just do that now, I guess.
Bro, it's ridiculous. I could go out there and average 2 assists a game.
Yeah, and you boom.
Give me like 500K. I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Sign me,
Yeah.
Sixers. I could spread the ball around.
Why not, dude? We need it.
Need Bird.
Yeah.
We'll put him in the corner, and I'll just spread the rock around. Everyone
Just
can
the
hit
rock
threes.
out, Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that contract was freaking absurd.
No, it was ridiculous.
Absurd, dude. It was insane. I put the Bobby Portis in here. He re-signed on the 3-year, $44 million. Pretty good deal for Bobby.
I like that.
Okay, Bob.
That's solid.
I see you, Bob.
I mean, he's been consistent. you
Bobby
know.
Portis has been consistent. He's the most consistent guy I know.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
never not consistent.
He's always solid, dude. I like
He's
him.
always solid.
eyeballs are
Solid as they
always-
come.
Always popping out of his head. Yeah.
He's always like, oh.
Yeah.
Dude, he's freaking funny. He's always
Yeah.
wearing his freaking headband. Never takes that headband
Nah,
off.
never.
Probably doesn't even wash it.
No, never. He probably-
Demon.
Yeah.
Demon. Lonzo got traded to the Cavs for Isaac Okoro. Not a huge trade, but I thought this was
Not a
like
great trade either. Isaac
not a great
Okoro-
trade.
Isaac Okoro is a dog. He's a solid bench player. He's a solid starter.
And then it's
at
like
some
you're
places.
trading for like Lonzo who hasn't even played.
Yeah, no, he has 2 like torn Achilles.
His knees are like I don't even know like what he was diagnosed with, but like his knees were just not working.
Yeah, sometimes when I get a little sad, I just throw in a little Lonzo
So,
Lonzo College mixtape, little Lakers. He was such a dog. Shout out
yeah, he
Lonzo.
was. His
Fun player.
I loved always his passing.
Yeah.
Like he always had great passing.
If he didn't get injured, I think he'd be, just a little bit lower than LaMelo right now because LaMelo is really
Dude,
good.
honestly, like if Lonzo was fully healthy and in a good situation, I think he would be better than LaMelo.
Yeah, because he plays winning basketball. LaMelo doesn't.
Yeah.
LaMelo plays
Soft basketball.
Yeah, he plays and he just wants
He's also in the Hornets though,
yeah, he just
so I get that.
he runs for the highlights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean I don't blame him for taking 35 shots a night when you got bums on your team.
Yeah,
So, like, you know,
awful.
not bums, but like he don't have
They're not super.
the organization just as a whole just has not really helped build anything around him.
Nah, they don't have enough money either. To be fair,
And they also just haven't drafted well. They haven't spent their money well. What's it called? What was the trade they made to the Lakers in the middle of the season that got
with Dalton
denied?
Connect
With
and then
Dalton
Mark
Connect and Mark Williams. Yeah. That was so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just
Now Mark Williams is on the Suns.
yeah.
They actually Nick Richards and they just traded both of them. I mean both those centers, great solid centers.
Might as well pick up DeAndre Ayton again.
Yeah. Oh, where do you think he's going to Lakers?
I seen a big thing where it was like it's already confirmed DeAndre Ayton is to the Lakers. Which, I mean, good for them. The Lakers finally got a big man. That's what they've been missing this entire time. All they need is a big, for God's sakes.
You know, you trade AD off and, you know.
Yeah, that happens. But then again, you also traded AD for, you know, the face of the franchise.
Yeah.
And Luka Doncic.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would have traded AD for Luka.
Yeah, I would have traded AD for a bag of chips.
I wouldn't have been. I wouldn't have traded Luka, but I would have traded for him.
Yeah, no, definitely. You're trading a 25, 26-year-old for a 32-year-old who's
a 25-year-old superstar.
Yeah.
Like a real superstar.
That made it to the finals the year before.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But they got Cooper, so.
Yeah, they got
It was
Cooper.
a trade. That was the trade. That was the actual trade.
Yeah. So DeAndre Ayton will probably go to the Lakers. LeBron's coming back for one more year. I think this is his last and final hoorah.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's like
A-Rod said that too.
He's like,
That's
you know, Savannah wants me to retire.
What, at that
I'm like-
the sushi place?
I'm like, yeah, bro. If I, you know, I would want you to retire too if you played for 45, 60 years. Like, dude played damn near 40 years of the NBA now.
Yeah, dude.
Like, holy God.
Nuts.
He's about to be like 42. Like,
And he's still going.
still going. Like, I don't really get it.
Still averages 25.
Yeah, like, I love LeBron.
That's my goat. I know that's not your goat, but
Yeah.
that's my goat.
Larry Bird's my goat.
Yeah, Larry Bird's your goat.
Realistically, it's true.
Realistically,
Yeah.
it's cool though. Cooper Flag said Larry Bird's the goat, so
Yeah.
at least somebody agrees. You know,
Yeah.
got ball knowledge. What can you say? Oh, Jordan Clarkson also went to the Knicks. I had that in here. Not really too important, but again, going to our rivals. So kind of
Jordan
stinks.
Jordan Clarkson's a bucket. He's gonna be good
yeah,
off the
he
bench.
can be a bucket. That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
What about Dorian Finney-Smith going to the Rockets?
What was that deal? Do you know what it is?
4-year, $53 million. Pretty decent deal. Like a pretty decent deal. He got more than Bobby.
Yeah, he's better than Bobby.
I
Unfortunately,
think he's better
yeah.
than Bobby too.
He can hit that three.
No, he could definitely hit that three. He's
you
a
see, KD
sharp
kind of dissed
shooter.
him.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
But I mean, then again, KD getting traded to the Rockets and having to play with him already.
hmm
So it's like,
I think that was shot before, like a few weeks before. So, yeah, that LeBron podcast came. I think it came out a few days ago, and he dissed Dorian Finney-Smith. He's like, I'm not gonna diss the Rock out to
Yeah.
Dorian or whoever. Which I mean, he said no disrespect, so I don't think there's gonna be any beef there.
nah, I don't think so.
I mean, I don't even think Dorian's gonna start, so it's like,
Nah, definitely not.
mm.
But
Jabari should start over him with
I
all that
mean,
money.
yeah, while we're here, like Kevin Durant did get traded from the Suns, which I didn't think he was gonna go to the Rockets out of all places.
Where
But
do you
he's-
think he was gonna go?
I don't even know, dude. I didn't think the
I heard
Rockets.
San
though.
Antonio
I heard San Antonio
because he's from
too.
Texas.
Yeah, so I thought San Antonio too. But he gets traded to the Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and 5 second-round picks.
Yeah, the Suns.
But hey, man, Houston's nice.
yeah,
Houston's nice.
I think
So-
that's the best spot for him to go for a championship. That's what I think.
That's
mean-
debatable.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I mean, like realistically, like
I mean, they trade like. No, they got some really good young pieces. I mean, I
Mhm.
guess it's just like really how you build around them and like
Yeah.
who's your backcourt, because you did trade away Jalen Green. I know you got Reed Shepard. You know, obviously you
You got
re-signed Jabari
Fred.
Smith.
They've re-signed Fred VanVleet. He's not that good though. but
Yeah, he was pretty good for them though. And then you re-signed Steven Adams too.
yeah.
So
And then they just
decent squad.
They just signed Clint Capella, so they
Oh,
have
yeah,
they
yeah.
have 3 solid centers. They got Sengun. I think they're gonna put him at the 4.
Oh yeah, I
now.
forgot about Sengun.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you got KD.
Sengun, KD, Adams, and Capella. Those are Ari. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah,
Solid.
this is really not a bad team. They can make a pretty good run at it for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I just think he's got to work with the youngers.
Where do you think Jalen Green's gonna go? I don't think he's gonna stay at the Suns.
Nah, he's definitely gonna get moved.
I haven't really
I
thought
don't
about
know.
it.
I don't know. I really thought about the Pelicans, but then I was like,
They already did it enough.
yeah, that's
You
what I
gotta-
mean.
You gotta think
I
of
was
that.
like, then never mind. I don't know.
Maybe you can go to Milwaukee. You know, they kind of need him.
Yeah.
If they could.
Dude,
Trade-
if he
trade
if he
Kuzma.
goes to Milwaukee, oh my God. If he goes to Milwaukee, that'll be crazy.
I know that's a complete change. Think about that.
Yeah, that'd be
From
really
Houston
weird.
to Milwaukee, literally bottom of the country to top of the country.
That makes me think, what are the Suns gonna do?
Yeah, no,
'Cause
they
you got what? Devin Booker,
Beal. You got 3 shooting guards.
Beal, Dylan Brooks. Uh, who else? I don't even know, dude. That's the
You got
bad part.
Beal, Dylan Brooks, I guess Green, and then you got Mark Williams, Nick Richards, and dude, I couldn't tell you, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's not a lot there.
There's not a lot there for sure. And Booker is expected to be extended like 2 more years, and I think like his extension is like 150 million.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, dude.
another one where it's like, damn, bro, like 2 years, 150 mil. That's insane.
Yeah, I think the biggest fleece right now is did you see the Nurkic one? It's so bad.
Ooh.
It's so bad. Colin Sexton like to
Yeah,
Charlotte
yeah,
for
yeah.
Nurkic. It's Colin Sexton and like a 2nd-round pick
Yeah,
for
second.
Nurkic.
Yeah, it's ass.
That's awful. Nurkic is awful. He's
It's
not
just
bad.
all
He's
around-
solid,
it's just
but
all around a bad trade. It's like
mhm.
you sending Colin Sexton to the Hornets.
You're sending a point guard who he played point guard for Utah, but I think he's gonna play shooting guard now. But
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it makes Charlotte fleeced them, definitely.
Or he might be backup point guard. He's kind of small. He
Yeah,
is
you're
decent on
right.
defense, though.
Or you move Lamelo to the 2 because he's so tall, but he's gonna take
Yeah,
up
maybe.
the ball. But
Yeah, Either way, I mean, point guard and shooting guard are kind of switchable. Besides when they go to defense,
yeah.
your shooting guard is probably a little bigger most times. But
mhm.
hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Drew Holiday on Trailblazers. It's
Drew
weird.
Holiday on
He's
the
leaving.
Trailblazers.
He's leaving. He
That
wants
is
to leave.
insane.
I know.
That's insane. I don't think. I know I did see that, but I forgot to mention that. Yeah, that's pretty weird, isn't it?
He's not staying.
No, there's
unfortunately.
a lot of people who are like just on random teams now, and you're just like, what
And
the
they're
hell?
just like in purgatory because
Yeah.
they don't want to be there.
Just cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's hope that Dame goes back to the Wizards.
Yeah.
Hope the Sixers actually like do something this season. But I was really happy with the draft. I think they still need to make some moves. Losing Gershon sucks. But
Yeah, we just need a solid power forward, and I think would be good. I just want
Yeah.
Boucher.
yeah, for sure.
We need a center.
Gotta make that move though. Gotta get
Mhm.
on it. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
we'll see in the next few days, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got anything else to add?
No, I think we picked up on everything.
We picked up on a lot of NBA.
We don't touch MLB because
We do not. We do not.
I'm not a
but
big MLB guy, but I watch the Phillies now and then.
I know they lost definitely today. When I was leaving the stadium today, it was 5-zip.
It was 5-zip.
Yeah,
Who are they
It
versing?
was 5-zip. The Padres.
The Padres are
Yeah,
alright.
and they have a doubleheader tonight at 6. So yeah, keep up with them. Playoffs are coming around soon.
Oh, they're playing again today.
Yeah, they're playing again because they got rained out yesterday.
Poor guys. Just played a
Mhm.
game.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, Bryce Harper's back now.
Good. Yeah.
A couple people back. Wheeler's been freaking on fire.
Yeah.
Just got to keep it up. Like it's really just consistency with the
As-
Phillies.
Yeah.
It's really what it comes down to with these guys. It's
They got a few more months to play good, and we'll see them Red October. Red October.
Red October.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is episode 17 of Just Live Sports on YouTube. Peace.
Peace.